Hello, my strong friends, and welcome to my 8-week strength and muscle building program, Uplifted. This program is made to help you grow. Let's get lifting and get uplifted.
Gentlemen, when you think of an alpha male, you probably think of a dude who's big and strong. But in my opinion, a true alpha male is someone who also has the perfect balance of style and substance.
Welcome to my 30-day ab program. There are a lot of familiar movements, but there are plenty of others that you probably haven't seen before. You now have everything you need to build that six-pack you've always wanted.
Foundations of Fitness Nutrition is designed to be a comprehensive and applicable guide to help everyone make more educated choices about the food they eat.
What's up, guys? Kris Gethin here, and we've got some special guests today for this gun show. This is Mike, what up? And we've got his uncle, would you believe it? An uncle, you look about the same age.
Thank you.
That have been flown out here based on a competition that we put out a couple of months ago that you'd probably remember because hopefully you all entered. However, these two won it. Okay, Mike actually won it and he got a guest out and he brought his uncle. So God knows if you're going to have a girlfriend when you go back now.
I hope so.
Okay.
I think she's watching too.
And so do you want to introduce yourself, guys? Just tell them where you've come from to get here today and what we're going to do.
Awesome. My name's Mike Mahoney. I came all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And we're getting ready to get a sweet arm pump in.
My name is Nick Barry. I'm also from Philadelphia, home of the Super Bowl champs.
Just to throw that in there.
Just to throw it out there. We're going to do buys and tries today. It should be a great time.
Yeah, so we're going to be hitting supersets today. We already went for breakfast, my favorite breakfast joint. Had ourselves some beautiful egg white burritos and had pre-caged, getting ready to get this pump on now. Speaking of which, we got something that's very special for you today. Bodybuilding.com are going to be giving away 5 of these stacks. So you've got pre-caged, in-caged, and our MicroPure Whey Isolate. 5 of those stacks for people that comment, okay, and interact with us, and we will go back after the live feed and see which ones gave some good interaction, and we will randomly choose 5 winners to receive those stacks. So you better get busy with us right now, okay? Speaking of which, we're gonna get busy. We're gonna get straight into this workout. We're gonna start off with standing cable curls and then straight onto tricep cable extensions. You'll probably notice me do this exercise very often in my workouts. I believe these 2 exercises and sometimes dumbbell curls are the perfect way to warm up the joints, the connective areas, the connective tissue, to get the synovial fluid within the joints before we stress it with things like overheads and dumbbells and barbells and stuff like that, okay? So we got our in-caged in us right now, or we're sipping on it. So we're gonna get straight into it. I'll go first, I'll lead, okay?
Sounds good.
So we're probably going to be hitting around 20 reps. 20 reps I feel is going to be a sweet spot. I am still sort of recovering from my shoulder surgery 3 months ago. So I think I'm up to a relatively decent weight now. So let's stress these bad boys. Up to the chin and back down. Elbows tight to your side. I like to hold on to the outside camber here as well to take less stress off the bicep tendon. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Get it.
Man, that felt a little bit heavy, but I couldn't crumble under pressure. I had to get it done now, and you guys are watching. Now I like to hold on to the handles right near the inside here. I just think that puts your elbow joints into a better biomechanical position and it better activates the outer head of the tricep. Oh, I feel like I could have eaten that burrito a little bit close to my workout. Maybe revisiting that a little bit later. All right, you want to get into it, Mike?
Sure.
20 of them, buddy. Elbows tight to your side. Hold on to that camber. Chest up to your chin. That's it, good, perfect. Get a good peak contraction. After 10 reps, I want you to put it down. Okay, let's go. All right, I'm gonna make it heavier because I can see it's way too light for you. So if in doubt, go heavy. 5, 6, is that 6 now? 7, 8, 9, 10, give me 5 more. 1, 22, 23, good.
Got it.
24, perfect. 25. Okay, so that was his sacrifice. He had to do 5 more reps because he chose a light weight. Watch that bar doesn't hit your head.
Yep.
That was too light. So you always got to be fighting, just like people probably go onto Instagram, they say on average around 100 times a day. Insane. You have the same amount of thoughts of doubt, excuse, weakness that hold you back throughout the day. So just like you have to stay away from your Instagram account all the time so you're not distracted, you have to keep reminding yourself that you can have the potential to do so much more than what your mind actually tells you. So that's why I always say, within the realms of staying injury-free, if in doubt, go heavier. He proved that he could go much heavier.
9.
Good.
20.
Is that 20? Wow, again, too light, buddy.
Too light?
Too light,
bump
too
it up
light.
next
So
time.
remember, your body only knows failure. So if you do, was it 20 reps, and you haven't reached failure, you're gonna look the same next week because you haven't put it under any stress which will allow it to grow, okay? Yeah, that's it, good man. Is that 10 now?
That was 10.
Okay, 12, 13, good. 14, easy. 15, breathe. 16, scream if you want. 18, good. 19, perfect. 20 again. Okay, good. 1, and again. Push. Easy, let's go. 3, just 2 more. Okay, easy. Piece of this, walk in the park. Nice. That's it, good. All right, is that a good weight?
Try it.
What you can always do, remember, if you're going a little bit heavier and you cannot reach that 20 repetitions or the range that you're supposed to get to, you can always rest pause. So you can drop the weight just for a second or two, get out another rep, drop it, do another rep, drop it, do another rep until you get to your 20, okay? So, you know, what's the worst thing that can happen? You know what I mean? If you're doing that, the worst thing that you can happen is if you go a little bit too light, you have to do many more reps. Any questions? You want to win those supplements, you better ask.
Definitely have some questions. The first one's from YouTube. How many days a week do you specifically train arms?
Once a week. Once a week. You know, like if you go through a workout like this, you'll probably find that you aren't able to straighten your arms for several days, especially if you go to bed like this. You can't straighten them in the morning. So that's why I said to these gentlemen after today's workout, make sure you go to bed with your arms straight, because you'll be walking around like a dinosaur for the next few days. However, if you find that your arms are a weakness, then increase that frequency to 5 times a week. 5 times a week. Every 5 days. Every 5 days. So if you train them on a Monday, 5 days later, train them again.
For the tricep workout, do you prefer the easy bar curl or a straight bar?
I personally prefer the easy bar because if I stand like this, are my hands like this? No. Are my hands like this? No. They're kind of like that. So that's why when I'm doing a curl, my hands are slightly bent in an easy bar, not straight. It puts a lot of strain onto your bicep tendon. So, and it's the same. Your hands aren't naturally put into this position, but that's a little bit more natural. So that's why I like to have my hand on that cambered bar.
And question for the guests, how did you get introduced to Kaged muscle?
So I pretty much discovered Kaged muscle just on social media. I saw someone post a picture of the supplement and they were stating that they were all natural, felt better taking them. So I started doing a little research and then tried them out, and I felt 10 times better using Kaged muscle supplements versus the ones I was using before.
Okay, and you? Through him?
Through him.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
There you go. And that's
Turned me
what
onto
we
it.
always hope for. You know, we don't put a lot of money into marketing or anything like that. We just hope people will try them and go, okay, that's what a supplement feels like. It feels good. And they're just going to tell other people, which is great. Word of mouth.
And on that, what is your favorite Kaged product?
My favorite Kaged product is definitely the coffee latte whey isolate. If you haven't tried it yet, 10 out of 10 would drink it every day.
What about you?
Well, honestly, I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, you have? Oh, the
I have
latte.
not.
Okay.
No.
What other products then?
Probably the pre,
Okay.
I would say. Give me that little extra
That oomph.
jolt. Yep.
Yeah. It all depends on which time of the day, but I say as an overall, HydroCharge is my favorite because I take it all day, every day, you know.
Okay.
Just in case you were wanting my opinion too. Okay, all right, so let's get straight into it. Any idea what weight I did? Was it that? Was it 100, I think?
No, I think you were heavier.
What was it? I can't
You were
remember
at
now.
110 or 120.
Okay, let's go 120. If in doubt, you go heavy, innit? Okay, a little bit of strain. Okay, I'll maybe go 165. Let's see how that feels like.
Look at that form.
Man, it's funny because I'm at a lighter body weight at the moment. I'm just under 200 pounds and I'm used to being about 220. Actually coming up, I found myself coming up onto my toes every time because I'm not heavy enough to hold the weight. What interesting is he change. That's it. Have you gone a bit heavier this time?
Yes.
Good. Now you're getting a pump, better blood flow, carrying more nutrients, better electrolyte function. You should be getting a little bit stronger as we go through this workout, especially if you stay hydrated. Got the neuromuscular pathway as well starting to fire. So, you know, when you get on a bike or you start swimming, it feels a little bit odd when you're first in the water, but then after you pedal a little bit, you're on point. How many is that?
19.
19, here you go. Got it.
More.
Easy. Lovely jubbly. All right.
For this one, can you go over the form for the tricep pushdown? Somebody's asking about how high the bar should be going.
Okay. So your bar should go up as high as that. Keeping your elbows in one fixed position because that is the form of your lats. Just like if you're doing a reverse pull down, your arms have to pull back if they go forward, which is just going to be lats. It's going to be a form of cheating. So you just keep your arms, when your arms come up, as soon as they can't come anymore, without your elbows dropping forward, that's as high as you come. You could stop a little bit shorter than that, just so you don't put too much strain onto your elbow joint.
Given that HydroCharge is your favorite flavor, do you have any, or favorite product, do you have any new flavors coming out?
Nice.
We always have new flavors coming out. People ask me that all the time. Got any new flavors of pre-cage, HydroCharge, in-cage coming out? We work on flavors 24/7 pretty much. It just takes us a long time to do it. I always tell people, if we wanted to go synthetic flavoring or colors, 2 weeks max. But because we go the natural route, and because you have an effective dosage of each ingredient that you have to mask, so you think about it, let's say pre-cage, you got like 16 ingredients in there that you have to mask because a lot of ingredients in their natural form smells and tastes like death. So trying to disguise that with a natural flavor takes us on average around 9 months, dependent on what that product is, depending on how many ingredients there are. So we are working on them.
What is Amino Synergy and how does it differ from other post-workout products from Kaged?
Well, it isn't specifically a post-workout product. Amino Synergy is an essential amino acid. So what you'll usually find, sometimes I've got my DTP dual shaker here. So you'll see sometimes I have HydroCharge in one side throughout the day, and I'll have my Amino Synergy on my non-trainer day in the other side. I'll have glutamine sometimes in both of those, but mostly just within my HydroCharge. And I'll drink the HydroCharge, then I'll drink the Amino Synergy, then I'll drink the HydroCharge and Amino Synergy. But on my workout days, what I'll generally do, so I went for a 1.2 mile swim in a lake this morning. So I had my Amino Synergy there. So once I did a lap, drank a load of my Amino Synergy, did another lap, then had breakfast, or another meal I should say, and then came here. Now what I would generally do after this workout, immediately after this workout, I'd have my Rekaged, which I happen to have in here at the bottom at the moment. I'll have my Rekaged, and then I'll do my cardio straight after my Rekaged. Then after my cardio is when I'll take my Amino Synergy, my essential amino acids. So I know my blood flow is circulating very, very well. So I get all those essential amino acids straight into the localized areas that I've just trained to help with the recovery. Like I went out on a 80-mile bike ride the other day, and this Saturday I've got a 100-mile bike ride. I'll make sure I have Amino Synergy with me there as well. Okay, so I'm just going to remind you guys yet again, we are giving away 5 of these stacks. In-caged, pre-caged, and the Micro Pure Whey Protein Isolate from Kaged Muscle. Bodybuilding.com are giving away 5 of those stacks right now during this live feed to the people that interact, to the people that are commenting, and after this live feed, we will randomly choose 5 of you to win these supplements. So start talking.
Got a comment for this. What is each of your guys' current fitness goals?
Okay,
What are you training for?
So my current fitness goal is to basically get to a nice lean 200 pounds. Right now I'm 202 pounds, but I still have a lot of body fat to cut through and then work my way back up. I just finished my first Spartan trifecta this past summer.
Nice.
So that was my goal at the time. Now I'm on to a new one.
Cool.
Mine's simple, just to be healthy.
Healthy, fit, active with your kids.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. I just want to be fit.
It's funny, you look like a bodybuilder.
Nah, you're the bodybuilder here, not
I'm
me.
actually trying to lose muscle. So my goal is trying to, weirdly enough, is trying to lose some muscle at the moment. I've got, I figured that part of my rehab will be me focusing away from the gym, specifically, coming in and doing my rehab exercises, but focusing on endurance events this year. So I've got a couple of Ironman events. I hope to do a Spartan again at the end of the year, dependent on the shoulder. And then I'm going to be focusing on the start of next year to put on a lot of size, a lot of muscle. I want next year to be my best year ever, really. And I want to come from a complete deficit because as you get a little bit older and when you start going through a lot of these challenges year and year after year, you need a harder challenge. So I thought if I come from a major deficit of holding very little muscle, then I'll be a very good challenge for me to go through next year. So I've got Neil Hill helping me next year. So I've never really had a coach. I have a coach at the moment helping me with my own endurance events, and I like that accountability at the moment. So I feel that I need a bit of a kick up the arse and have the accountability and eyes of an expert such as Neil Hill to give me that extra motivation to push forward. So looking forward to that. Okay, I just got the nod. Get back into the workout, you. Stop talking. All right. So 120, was it? Yeah.
Third set.
All right, third set. Six. Hello. How are you doing? Alrighty. Good timing, because I got a pump. All right, buddy. 20 of them. This is your last set. What's your last set? Best set, man. Okay, come on. There are thousands of people watching you now, so you better not fail before those reps, buddy. Pressure. They're good. Come on, punch it out. All the negative. Explosive on the way up. Explosive on the way up. That's it. Come on, fire those muscle fibers, buddy. That's it. Contract. Up. Squeeze. Got it. Come on, push. Nice. And again, let's go. Squeeze, come on. Yes, good.
There you go.
Lovely.
We have another question for you, Kris. How many cardio sessions do you do in a week?
Anywhere between like 10 and 14. So I do it every day, and sometimes twice a day. So I did, I won't do twice today. I got a very busy day ahead.
10.
So I just did a 1.2 mile swim in a lake this morning. That's going to be it for me. Maybe I'll do a little bit of cardio session, like for 15 minutes.
Okay.
High intensity interval work after this workout. But mostly, you know, I like to do cardio every day for the strength of my heart and my cardiovascular system. I obviously want to be very, very healthy.
7.
And it's just good. It's a good meditation.
Push. There you go.
Especially if I'm swimming, I got no distraction. No one can call me. I'm not looking at my phone or anything like that. And it's my time to have some active meditation.
Good.
For form, do you prefer partial reps or full range of motion reps?
I prefer like 3/4. When it comes to form, I prefer 3/4 reps as opposed to complete full reps or a partial rep. Partial reps are good to do towards the end of your workouts, or the end of your sets, I should say. But I like to use a 3/4 form. The reason why I say that, I like to, if you notice, some people would look at my workouts and my video series and go, "Oh, you're cheating." I'm like, have you tried getting a full stretch on a dumbbell or like a press? Like when I do a dumbbell press, a lot of the time I'll come down to the dumbbell hits my shoulders because I can feel the muscle fibers completely at their fully stretched point. But then I'll only go 3/4 of the way up because I want to keep constant tension applied to my delt and not lock out, because I could hold it there all day and take it easy. So when people say, "Oh, that's easier," it's actually more difficult, and that's why I prefer to do it, and it takes away a lot of the stress that people can place onto their joints.
Question for Mike. Have you ever done one of Kris's training programs, and how did it go?
Yes, I just finished his muscle building trainer a couple weeks back, and I'm currently in week 3 of the second round of it. First round through, I lost 15 pounds and about 5% body fat, so the results were great. My girlfriend also went through it. She did amazing. She lost about 4 inches on her waist, so highly recommend it.
Awesome. Yeah, the programs just aren't for guys. Remember, they're for everybody. They're for men, women, young, old, intermediate, expert, advanced, everybody.
Question for all 3 of you. What is your favorite muscle group to train?
Legs for me. I like to do legs because it's a physical challenge. Least favorite is definitely abs because it doesn't feel as much of a challenge, even though it should be, I guess. What about you guys?
My favorite is chest, just because it's the part of my body that I want to reshape the most.
It's not because of mirror muscle?
No, not because of mirror muscle. Just want to reshape it and keep it nice and symmetric.
And you'd like to flex your breasts?
Absolutely.
Can you do it?
Not as good as you.
You got to work at that.
Not as good as you.
What are you laughing? Because you can do it too? No? Oh. Well, we've got to work with you then as well.
Show 'em how it's done, Kris.
Huh?
Show 'em how it's done.
That's it. Okay, what about you?
I don't really have a favorite.
Have you done any of the programs, muscle builder
I have
programs?
not.
Okay, what's your favorite? You don't have a favorite muscle group?
Not really. I mean, I like doing back, shoulders,
Yeah.
but I just...
Why do you like to do back? Why do you prefer to hit that
probably
muscle?
because I'm taller, and for my job, lifting stuff, picking it up, bending over, I like to just have a strong back, a little bit more flexible.
Okay, I got a lot of gardening and hardscaping that needs to be done. I can give you a back workout.
I leave tomorrow morning.
Oh,
So.
okay, all right.
And last question for this one for Mike. If you could have any flavor of a pre-caged or in-caged, what would it be?
Of pre-caged or in-caged?
What's your favorite flavor?
Right now, my favorite flavor of in-cage is the watermelon. If I could have another flavor, it would definitely be along the lines of like something raspberry, something berry. That flavor kind of really stands out to me. Brings me back to my childhood. They're like juice boxes, but they're healthy for you.
Juice boxes. Never tried those. I've never tried a juice box.
You are missing out.
Really?
What childhood did you
I don't know.
have?
I'm not into juices and stuff like that because I look at the amount of sugar content that's in them, and it's more than a Coke.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
like,
good.
I don't want that insulin resistance as I get older, and I can't lose any body fat if I want to, you know. Sugar, it's a terrible culprit.
Post-workout.
Huh?
Post-workout drink.
Yeah, no. No, I don't have any justification for an excuse. All right, so we're gonna go in the high pulleys now. So we'll pull these off.
Both sides?
Yeah, both sides, please. Put it to the top, and we'll put the single handles on. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I don't know what sort of weight that we'll use on this. Be a 40. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, 40 on there, please. So what we're going to do, just like hitting a front double bicep or rear double bicep, depending on where you're standing. Oh, you're going to have trouble with this because you're tall. Our short asses will be okay. So you're going to step forward slightly just to keep your elbows back. You're going to curl into your forehead and back. We're going to do 20 of these. God, it's funny. With this weaker side, it's so odd with this shoulder. Every time I have to look at the weight stack because it feels like I've got 2 more plates on my left side than my right. Okay, then we go opposite handles. This for tricep extensions. A little bit lighter for this. Feels a little bit dodgy on this left shoulder. Hands at either side of your jawline and then back out. Nice. I got the pump. Good. Okay, so when you're doing this, remember you're coming to your temples. Take a step forward. This will help keep your elbows back because when your body wants to cheat, it will start bringing in your anterior delts and your upper pecs in to bring those elbows forward. So you've got to fight against that and make sure your elbows stay back. All right, let's do this. How's the weight feel?
Good.
Good. Cool. Take another step forward so you can get a bit of a better stretch. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Good. Yep. Straighten them more, straighten them more, straighten them more, straighten them more. Straighten your arms out, straighten your arms out. There. Step forward if it hits the stack. Perfect. That you counting? What are we up to?
20.
20? Really? Okay, we're gonna have to trust you. It was 20? Wow, you're gonna have to go with heavier then, man. It's too light for you. Throw it in here. That hole at the top on the 20. I'll keep it in place. Okay. Yeah, that's it. It's a grab hold bit in opposite sides. No. So, grab that handle with that hand. Yeah. That's it, you got it. That one, that's it. And I like to have my hands flat, like that. Now what you'll find is that these may hit each other every now and again, it's okay. Just do whatever you can to kind of avoid it. That's it, good. Get a real good squeeze at the back there. Fine, squeeze. And squeeze. Remember, your triceps have no idea how much weight is on that stack, so it's up to you with your neuromuscular pathways is to create as much stress onto the muscle as possible. Much like when you're training with a band or very little resistance, you have to cause that resistance. Hope y'all guys are asking plenty of questions. If not, you obviously don't want that supplement stack enough. Remember, the more interaction that we get from you guys, the more chances you have of winning a Kaged muscle stack that Bodybuilding.com are giving away to 5 of you lucky winners today.
Do you prefer to do supersets like this or giant sets?
I like to do both, and it all depends on the gym that I'm going into. If there's a lot of people in there, I know I'm not going to be doing giant sets that day, but if it's quiet, instinctively I will smell the air and go, it's giant sets today. But you know, I like supersets, I like drop sets, I like negative sets, forced reps, I like them all. You know, I like to have a little bit of a menage a trois with all types of principles.
Question for Mike. You said that you love the cafe latte isolate. What is your favorite way to drink it? Do you do it as a recipe or just as a shake?
So just over the weekend, I made ice cream out of it by just adding coconut milk to it in a little ice cream maker. It was great.
Oh wow, you've got an ice cream maker at home?
Yes.
What do you have that for? What are you doing with that?
To use your whey isolate.
Ah, right, okay, good answer.
Just 2 ingredients.
I've never used an ice cream maker.
Just 2
ingredients. Do you have a little van that you drive around housing estates with a little music on?
Good start.
We should talk.
Good start.
I like that. I'm getting a recipe off you for that.
Sounds good.
Question from Facebook for Kris. Do you have any Kaged muscle cookies, protein chips, or bars in the pipeline to launch?
No, we don't. We've actually been talking about a bar that would be more along the lines of it'd be more of a bar with like nuts and seeds and omega oils and antibacterial properties like honey. More of a meal replacement bar we've been talking about, but that will be further down the track because we've got other bigger fish that we want to work upon at the moment. Cookies, no. There's nothing within that game that we really want to touch, to be honest with you, because there's companies out there that do it very, very well at the moment. So I've always said with Kaged Muscle, let's only bring out a product if we truly believe we can bring out a product better than anything else out on the market. You know, I think No Cow do a great bar. Quest obviously do great cookies. So we're not going to try to go out there and battle with those guys because I think they do a fantastic job already, you know. So, yeah, so that's where we are with that.
Question for all 3 of you. What is your favorite activity to do outside of working out in the gym?
Sex once a month, I'd say. You know, that's normally once a month, yeah. That's something that I look forward to. I work towards it. Activity for me, it's definitely, I like mountain biking, I like cycling, and I like running. Anything outdoors, really, hiking. You know, I like being outdoors because, you know, getting a little bit more earthed with nature. I'm going to sound all woo-woo and hippie now, but it just makes me feel so much better. And I've lived in cities that are very much overpopulated. And in all honesty, some people like that. They love the buzz. And over a certain period of time, it's kind of got me depressed. I don't know if it's because I'm sensitive to the overexposure of mold toxins and pollutants and people and, EMF rays because everybody's on their phone and stuff like that. I have no idea what it is. But when I find that I'm out in nature, I just feel so much better. So any activity outdoors, including that once a month sex.
My favorite activity besides training is definitely hiking. I love being outdoors, the fresh air, especially during the fall, seeing all the colors change and things like that. It releases a nice burst of endorphins and kind of gets you in a good mood.
Well, it's very unusual to hear a 22-year-old talk like that. I just started talking about that in my later years. Like, I'd hear my dad talk about it as he was getting older, and I'm like, you're getting soft, man. What are you talking about? Flowers and colors of trees? But, it's good that you actually notice that, you acknowledge it. Yeah,
it's nice to take it in, nature's gift.
Yeah, way before my time, that's for sure.
I like swimming. I have a pool in my yard, so I have 2 kids. So trying to keep them active is go in the pool and just swim around, horseplay with them.
Nice, you should have come with us in the lake this morning.
Yeah.
Did some laps. Do you do laps in there?
I do, and I tell them to do at least 2 laps just to
That's
get
awesome.
your laps in. And I have a 12-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old son, and it's, they're into sports, so I like to try to keep them.
Encourage them. Yeah, that's good. That'll keep you young.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
A question for Mike and Kris. Do you prefer pre-caged or re-caged? And what's the difference between the two?
Yeah, that's two opposing. You can't compare those, so it's hard to say. Do you prefer one over the other? That's like saying, do you prefer the front tires on your car or the rear tires? Do you want the front wheels or the back? Well, they do 2 different things, but you need them all. So I can't distinguish, I love the pre-cage because it gives you that neurofocus. You have the blood vasodilation in your body. You have the hydration. You have the anti-catabolic effects. Okay, that's what that does. Now my recovery is going to dictate the workout that I have tomorrow. If I don't recover, I'm not going to have a good workout. So the re-caged is a very, very fast digesting protein, fastest on the planet. It gives me an insulin spike, so I'm able to recover. I've got the creatine in there, the HCl, I've got the glutamine, the beta power, everything that I need post-workout. So 2 completely different types, pre-caged pre, re-caged post.
I mean, can't really expand on that. He's right. They do 2 entirely different things. One's for before, one's for recovery after. As far as flavor goes, pre-caged favorite flavor is Berry Blast. Re-caged is orange cream.
Orange cream, yeah. Orange cream, the best way to do it, obviously it's not always accessible, but I just love having re-caged in a blender with ice and sometimes with like almond milk or coconut milk. I can't fault it at that, It's strange because I don't like strawberry. I don't like strawberry flavor shakes or anything like that. Never have, but I actually like the, of course I'm going to sound biased, but I actually like the strawberry lemonade combo of the product, otherwise we wouldn't have it, All right, get back to it. All right, was I on 30, I think, before?
I think so.
Yeah, so I'll stick with that, I think. Shoulder feels good at that one. Oh no, if in doubt, I'm in doubt. So just to let you guys know as well, I have these wrist straps on, especially when I'm doing curls. I just find if I'm able to keep my wrist straight and supported, I'm not going to bring my forearms into it as much. Puts less strain onto my, there you go, you got it, buddy. Puts less strain onto your wrist, and I've broken both of my wrists anyway, so. Oh, really?
It's my one.
Yeah.
But it's
It can play up, yeah. So you're always going to be as strong as your weakest link, and I don't want this to be my weakest link, so I'll always strap up. And I've got this knee sleeve on at the moment because I just had Dr. Caleb Reddin pull a couple of big syringes of synovial fluid out of my kneecap yesterday. So I got to keep strapped up and no running for a week. Oh yeah, this feels easy now. Just have to warm up. Oh, felt so much better. The old side was too. I did 30s before? Yeah, I did. It's funny how you do some warm-ups and it feels so much easier. Good. That was good, yeah. You sell, right? Oh, you do? Oh, there you go. You sell, Gym Reapers are on Bodybuilding.com, by the way. So you can get these bad boys. I love these. I particularly love the sleeves. Does anyone here use the sleeves? No? Like I've used a lot of different sleeves. I won't name any names. If you look at my video series, you'll see. But a lot of them pinch. Right. They're too restricted. And because the fabric's very thick, it's really hard to get them on because you generally have to go a size down to get them to slip on. But luckily, this is a local brand. Nick introduced me to the owner and he gave me some to try out. And I've been hooked on them ever since. Just love them.
I just use them just to keep my knees like warm and loose during leg day.
Yeah, good call. Like if I'm not gonna go heavy on my, on legs, you know, like anything below 20 reps, I'll use the sleeves. But if I'm gonna go heavy, I'll actually use the wraps.
Okay.
30?
Yes. Thank you.
No problemo. That's all the help you're gonna get from me now, buddy. You're gonna have to complete these reps. Okay. So you're going to put all the stress onto the outside of your hand. Find better contraction within your triceps doing that. If you hold the butt angles too tight, then your forearms are going to take away some of those resources of energy.
Well, Kris, I've never done this movement. Is this almost like with the rope, but going backwards?
Yeah, kind of. So for instance, if you're doing a kickback with a rope, similar to that, except you're just at that angle.
Right.
That's all.
Okay.
You know? So again, you know, I'm choosing exercises that aren't going to be putting my elbows under that much stress at the moment, you know, because I haven't really been lifting, to be honest with you.
Right.
So I don't really want to go in and strain myself too much. Let's go. Push. That's it. You got it. How many is that? Okay, 3 more. I'm going to make you struggle now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Push.
Earn it.
That's it. And again, work it. Come on.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
That's it. Good. Push. One more. Come on. This is your money wrap here. Push. All the way. Squeeze. Come on. Lock it. Lock it. Lock it. And slowly back. Slowly back. Slowly. Slowly. That's it. Good man. Nice. Nice shooting, Tex. Keep drinking, guys. Want to make sure that you stay hydrated the whole time here. Got to finish as strong as we begun.
Question for Mike. Have you used Kaged's Faradrox? And if so, did you like it?
I used it for a couple of weeks, but I feel like I'm a little too young to use it. It's a testosterone support matrix. And I feel like at the age of 22,
you know what your testosterone levels are?
I do not.
Okay.
But I don't feel like I have any problem.
If you don't feel like you've got any problems, no need to take it, really. Well, maybe we need to speak to your girlfriend, you know? Maybe she knows something that you don't. But,
His mom's watching, remember?
Oh, yeah. Oops. Okay, forget I said that. Edit. Yeah, so when it comes to, you'll be surprised because I know some people that are of similar age of yours, people in the military, that they have a testosterone levels of like 264, very, very low. You know, it's like a 70-year-old man's, no offense to the 70-year-olds out there, testosterone levels. Everybody's different. So remember we were talking about plastics before. Plastic exposure, dependent on the plastic, the EMF rays, the contaminants, the pollutants, the mycotoxins, in the air, in your grains, in your coffee, all these different things, the artificial lights. So Sybil was laughing at me, my girlfriend was laughing because all night last night I'm wearing my yellow blue light blocking glasses. but she does find them quite attractive. You know, all these different things and less sleep and traveling as you do, you know, can all have a negative effect on your testosterone levels. So Faradrox was selfishly created for health purposes, helping people retain their focus. A lot of people dealing with depression because their testosterone level's low. There's a lot of other things that can be the culprit to that, but you know, there's a reason why you need to kind of support those levels. And that's why I say, it doesn't matter what age you are, go and check your blood, your testosterone levels, you know.
Another question from Mike. If you could ask Kris anything, what would it be?
You probably already asked it.
Yeah, we did have breakfast together where I was just firing out questions, but I guess one of the big questions would be, what's your primary motive every single day to keep doing what you're doing? Like, because it takes a lot of time, like meal prep, things like that. I know you do nutrition solutions to kind of cut down on that. But a lot of people do find the time to meal prep and keep working out every day very difficult. So like, what's your number one like motive each day?
Well, number one, I try to work with efficiency. So remember on the way here, we were talking about Tim Ferriss's amazing book, The 4-Hour Work Week. Not that I can put my work week into 4 hours, but it made me think about how I can become more efficient. And I learned that actually working here at Bodybuilding.com, because all of you guys know you have tasks to do and you think, how on earth am I gonna get this done in this amount of time? But you figure a way out, and over time it just becomes part of you that transcends into other areas of your life where you're so much more efficient. So the food prep, like I'll even have my clothes ready Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, workout clothes, lifestyle clothes, going to puppy play care in the evening clothes, you know, and I'll have it labeled on my my coat hanger. So then I don't have to go there every morning and go, okay, where's that top? And, you know, because it's all time and I want to be efficient. But my main motive is, I struggled when I was in Wales on a farm and I wanted to get information. I'm like, okay, what supplements should I be taking? What workout principles? How many days a week? How many reps? What should I be eating and when? And should I be on a zero carb diet for 8 weeks when I'm getting ready for a show? What do I do? So all I feel, the motive for me is that I'm trying to help myself. When I speak to people on the camera, I'm like, I am doing what I wished somebody did for me back then, even though there was no such thing as the internet, really. This is going back in the 1800s, and I was just going through scriptures of magazines, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's what I feel like I have this purpose to give back. And I tell you what, I feel so lucky in order to do so. How could I not wake up in the morning to be inspired to do this? Because I'm still that person back in Wales on that farm, which I consider that I'll always be, and I don't know how I got here. But now I'm here, I better earn my residency on this earth by putting it out there. And of course, like I tell people all the time, I want to live till past 100. I want to live till past 100, but not just live that life, I want to love that life. I want to be out there, you know, having adventure. I want to be out there biking. You know, nobody inspires me more than the elderly that are out there active. I shouldn't say elderly, Caleb Redden told me this. Talk to them like they're grown-ups. So the grown-up people out there. So I don't know if you saw a post that I put out a couple of days ago of this 79-year-old athlete who completed the Ironman World Championships. Like, he did very well to qualify for the World Championships. But it was like hailing, you know, peeing down with rain in South Africa where they had their championships, you know. And it said, you know, it was raining that bad that they said basically they had to do the swim, the bike, and then go back to the swim instead of the run, you know. And he was 79 years old, and that inspires me more than any of those champions, the world champion, any of those guys. So that's what motivates me, long story short. Better get into it. All right, so what did I do, 40? 40? Yeah, feel good. Okay. What's your last set?
That's it. The last set was 40 for 20.
It's your best set.
Oh, my
Gotta
best
get
set,
used to
yes.
that. It's your best set. So finish strong. Good. 4, nice. 5, stretch it out. 6, good. 7. Good. 30. 40. 50, nice. Yes, perfect. Good. That's the way, buddy. That's it. Dig deep, dig deep. Good, come on. Squeeze. Push, push. One more. Elbows back now, elbows back. Let's go. Tricep peaks, that's it. That's it, good. Good. Different weather pattern up here, man. 30 or?
Yes.
Yeah, good. If in doubt, go heavy. Let's get it done, son. Come on, Mike, let's go. That's it, come on. You gotta earn that hot rock steak later. Come on. That's it, good. Push. Squeeze, that's it. Hit those triceps, come on. Picture how those triceps should look. Should look like you've had a horse kick you on the back of your arms here, man. Come on. Put those horseshoes out. Squeeze. How many is that?
21.
Come on, and again. You got this, you got this. You got this, and again. Push. Squeeze all the way, lock it out, lock it. Good. Nice. Woo. Bench here for the next exercise there. This is one we prepared earlier.
All right. So we have a question for Mike and Kris. What are your 2 favorite cheat meals?
Favorite cheat meals? Granola. I like granola or muesli. Muesli and granola is like a very nice cheat meal for me. I like that. Did I say 2 cheat meals? All right, 1 each. Okay, so muesli or granola. That's what I really like as my cheat meal.
You'll probably slap me for it, but my favorite cheat meal is pizza.
Pizza? No,
I try
pizza's
not to
good.
do it very often, maybe once every 2.5 months.
But
why
I
it's
tell you
called a
what,
cheat meal.
when you
That's why it's called a cheat meal.
Yeah.
Sure.
When you learn how to make your own pizza, that tastes just as good, but it's a lot lighter and you don't feel like you're going into a carb coma or a fat hangover following. I tell you what, that's the go-to. You know, because what I'll generally get is like a gluten-free base, thin gluten-free base. You can get a lot of them online, you know, like Thrive Market and whatever. They got very good products in there. And then you'll put your own sort of like tomato paste on top of that. And I like to go for a dairy-free cheese. So I'll have dairy-free cheese and I may put like a chicken on there or ground beef or bison or whatever. And some, you know, heirloom tomatoes on top of this, some basil. I tell you what, you have one of those bad boys, you could feel like you could eat again. Because it's so light, you know what I mean?
It sounds delicious too.
It is nice. And you said your girlfriend likes to cook, so
Now she does.
maybe
thanks
take
to
that
you.
back. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Keep your shoulders down. Relax your neck. That's it. Elbows up higher. That's it. Keep your traps down, buddy. Keep your traps down. So you're tensing all up here. Relax. It's only your triceps that should be tensed. You got it? All right, perfect. So,
I'm sorry.
no, that's all right. You just you're all tensed up there. So just because a lot of the time people will. Yeah, just lower your arms a little bit. So basically.
The pulley system?
No, that's good because you're taller than us. Should be fine. So you just got to remember to just kind of relax yourself because a lot of people tense themselves when they're doing bent over rows or shrugs or whatever. Just got to relax everything, keep everything taut, but don't expire any energy. And a lot of people will pull something because they're so tense. Remember my buddy Chopper, Nick? He would pull something, tear something all the time because he was so tensed when he's in the gym. He's making faces. I'm I can't believe he didn't tear something in his face. All right, so we're going to go straight on to our next exercise now. So our next superset is going to be dumbbell curls. Now, I like to start with them bilaterally, both at the same time. If I can't do any more, then I'll go unilaterally. What I'll generally try to do is twist my wrist, supinate as much as I possibly can, because that's how you contract your biceps. So if your wrists are bent like that, then you're only going to get as much of a peak as opposed to if you were to really turn it around. So
Really pops it out.
yeah, and it's going to be harder because it's going to be less forearm and choriobrachialis involvement, but it's going to be better for you to get that shape. I don't care so much about the size, I want to get the shape. And then we're going to do overhead tricep extensions. So I'll get this bench, and we're going to have a rope, that's it, on a high pulley. Now I'll just use this bench as the support, as if I'm going to do head smackers, or overhead tricep extensions, or French press, whatever you want to call it. You just put like a half decent weight on there, and I'll kneel down and extend. Keep the hands together, then extend. Spread it out there, okay? And when you can't do any more, you can ram those hands together and make it a little bit easier for yourself, okay?
This is new.
Might need a little bit warm up on that, just to make sure you've got plenty of synovial fluid in the joints, in your elbows, because what you'll find, anything overhead is got to stretch that tricep tendon, so then it's stretched like a band. It's going to be more susceptible to break. All right, so let's start off with the curls here. So let's start off with a lighter weight. Both arms at the same time, yeah. See, this puts a little bit of strain on my left delt here because of my surgery. I think I'll take it easy. So I'm reminding you guys once more, make sure that you ask plenty of questions, interact with us on the live feed, because 5 of you who do are gonna win a supplement stack over there of pre-caged, in-caged, and the isolate, the MicroPure isolate. So there you go, guys. You can model that. You can pull up a short leg. There you go, lovely, all right. And we will choose 5 random winners at the end. So I'm turning it as much as I can here. 10, 5, 15, again, go for 20 reps, 16. 7, 8. Woo. Spot. Are we good for 3 sets? We're at quarter past now. 2 sets. Okay. So we're going to do 2 sets of this. Okay. So I'll go straight into this. You can start on that if you like, and we can just rotate round. 1, 2. Man, this feels good. So well, I've been taking away some time away from the gym because of this and focusing more on my endurance work, trying to fill that void that I'd get from weight training. But I tell you what, nothing makes me feel as good as slinging some weights in here. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Keep going, that's it. All the way up. Keep going, keep going, keep going, that's it. How many is that?
Thank you.
All right, perfect, I'll do it. Right, and into the overhead extension. That's gonna be too light for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Try heavy, see how that goes. If in doubt, go heavy because you can always make it lighter. There you go.
Like this?
Yeah, you got it. That's it. Perfect. That's it. And you just keep those elbows rammed to the bench. Isolate it.
In your opinion, Kris, is there any underrated movement that should be utilized more for arms?
For arms? Huh. Good question. Very good question. This person should win some supplements. I wouldn't say it's an exercise, but the form of those exercises. So I just see a lot of people performing biceps incorrectly. So when they're doing a curl, like they're doing more of a hammer curl, because that's easier, as opposed to really supinating the hand and not coming up to the chin. A lot of people come up to the chest, when you're going to get a better contraction if you just draw those elbows forward a little bit. And when you're doing triceps, I see a lot of people, they come down to their body and they're not going to get a full extension there. However, if they were to extend a little bit more out in front of them, they can get a real good contraction there, especially if they stand up a little bit straighter. You know, you obviously have to bend right over to hold that weight if you're going very heavy, but the straighter that you can hold it, the more of a contraction I'll find that you get out of your triceps, because you're not having to squeeze your shoulder blades together. So that's my opinion. Not so much an exercise, just the way those exercises are done.
And the last question is for Mike. If you can take one thing away from this experience that you've had with Kris, what would it be?
I'll make a start while you answer that.
The one thing is just being able to work out with him in the bodybuilding headquarters. It's a private gym. It's an honor, such an exciting experience, and he is one of my 2 fitness idols. So
who's the other?
That guy right there.
Ah, cool. Wow, you didn't know that. That's awesome.
So it's an honor to be working out with both of them right here in bodybuilding headquarters. So that's what I want to take away from this experience.
And you've got to eat with us later.
Yes.
So once you see what I'm like at the dinner table, maybe you'll change that viewpoint.
He didn't say he wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
Although I am blood.
Awesome. All right. Hit it, brother.
So at failure with bilateral, switch to unilateral?
Yes, exactly. When you can't do any more bilaterally, you'll find that you're able to get out that many more because your core kind of cheats it a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's just simple. If you train one limb at a time, you get better, more neural focus allocated to that single muscle group.
Come on. Up. All on the way down.
Come on, all the way up. All the way up.
Control on the way down.
Yes.
Up. You.
Perfect. Nice. So what I'm going to suggest Mike to do, you carry on with that, is when he goes home is to work on partial reps, and you can help him with this, on coming all the way up and halfway down.
Oh, okay.
All the way up and halfway down, because that's his sticking point, if you've noticed. He'll get to there, and he's not strong enough to get it all the way up. Like a lot of people, it's like they can squat on godly amounts of weight, but then when they come all the way down here, they can't get out of the hole. So they obviously have to do more hole work and maybe 3/4 reps.
Gotcha.
So same thing, just do a lot of partial reps, like a preacher curl, trying to come past your head. Past your head. That'll help him get through those sticking points, you know, because he'll have massive arms, there's no doubt about it. And try to create a little bit more shape through that full range of motion. Come on. Got it, brother. Let's spread those hands out. There, if you can. That's it, good.
There you go.
Whoosh, nice, good. That's it. Easy. Good. That's it.
There you
Perfect. Good.
I did.
But you got out of it then, didn't
Nah, I was just letting you two have at it.
you? No. I was about to creep ahead to be number 1 then.
There you go.
Ooh, That's it. So try to make sure that you finish your in-caged before your last exercise. So it's all about finishing these workouts as strong, if not stronger, than when you begun. Make sure that you're hydrated. Make sure that you still have that neuro focus. You're into the workout. You're not getting distracted. You're not talking to other members like Nick Holt here in the gym, you know what I mean? They're there for efficiency and for work. Nick's smiling because he knows it's true, you know? Show yourself, Nick. All right. Hey, you always do, mate. That's why it's the unfortunate thing of knowing you, man. You're always embarrassing me. Right, buddy, let's do this. Let's finish strong now. That's it, spread it out far as you can. Get a good contraction out of that rear head. You can see the rear head working here. I see Mike O'Hearn hitting those overhead extensions, and I think I want triceps like his. His triceps are absolutely insane. But the thing is, he has joints of no other human on this planet. Like nothing hurts him, you know? He's a freak.
And he is.
Yeah, easy, good. This is a lightweight for you, buddy. I think you guys are gonna have to come back here later for another workout.
Split?
Yeah, double split, man. All right, awesome, done. Great, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mike. Great workout.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. All right.
Good one.
So we're gonna have our re-cage now, make sure that we recover, because remember, tomorrow you've got to train with the same intensity as you did today, all right? Anything else to finish off? Oh yeah, the stacks, okay, so just remind people, all right? So I'm just reminding you all that we are gonna choose 5 of you to win this stack that Bodybuilding.com is giving away to you. And that is a pre-caged, an in-caged, and a micro pure isolate. So we're gonna do that and figure out which one of you lucky winners, 5 lucky winners, are gonna receive them. So thank you ever so much for tuning in. Thank you ever so much for flying here from Pennsylvania. Get this workout in. Have our re-cage now, and I think it's almost time to eat soon as well. A darn shame. Thank you very much. Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.